I'd like to begin our conversation this morning with Albert and let him share with us some federal investments focused on programs of study and career pathways.
Thank you, Hope. I wanted to talk about a couple of programs. One is, as you mentioned, the Rigorous Program of Study grant program. And that's a discretionary grant program, and it was awarded to 6 states, Maryland, Montana, Wisconsin, Arizona, Utah, and Kansas. And each of those grants focus on a specific career pathway. Maryland, it's Maryland is transportation, logistics, and distribution. And Montana is architecture and construction. Wisconsin is advanced manufacturing. Arizona is early childhood and education professions. Utah is health science, and Kansas is advanced manufacturing as well.
So a wide variety of sectors that are represented.
Yes, and they're all in high demand as well, and they're preparing students for good viable positions in those fields. Another investment is the Advancing Career Pathways program, which Advancing CTE in Career Pathways program, which was a competitive, where states were competitively selected to receive technical assistance. And those states as well, Kansas was in the bunch of 5 states, including Minnesota, Colorado, Massachusetts, and Oregon. And what they're doing is they're receiving focused technical assistance to align their career pathways, networks, and systems at the state level.
Great.
So I did want to also talk about a little bit the 10 components of the framework, and I believe we have a slide for that. The slide on the screen shows a series of gears, and what it is these are the 10 components of the program of study framework, and so I'll walk through them really quickly.
Okay, great.
First is legislation and policies, and this ranges from everything from the state level legislation down to the local school level policies. How are you operationalizing your programs of study? Partnerships are definitely a strong component of this. You need to have the right partners in the right place to move your program forward. Provide good professional development, and that's just not your professional development for your instructors, but also integrating all of your partners in the program, in your professional development programs. You need solid accountability and evaluation systems, and you need to be preparing students to a good standard, high standard of college and career readiness. You need to have a good course sequence, and it's beyond just the 9 through 12 sequence, but ensuring that you have a seamless progression through from 9 through 12, but also into post-secondary. And that also leads into the credit transfer agreements, and where you have dual credit concurrent enrollment. You have articulation agreements so that that progression from secondary to post-secondary is seamless. Another component is the guidance, counseling, and academic advisement, and you need to, as I mentioned in a few other sessions here, it's the guidance, counseling, and career counseling component is vital to this, and it's important to include the counselors in all of the activities that you're implementing as it relates to the framework and the program of study. You have to think about your teaching and learning strategies and how you're actually delivering the content. Doing things like some of our programs are integrating academics in CTE, and that's just important. It's a ripe opportunity for integrating some of the math and literacy skills into CTE and really identifying where they identify where they are and where they fit into the course offerings. And then technical skill assessments, and which really measure the skill attainment that's achieved during the programs of study. So that's an overview of the 10 components. And but I also want to talk a little bit about the similarities between the framework and what's in adult career pathways.
Oh, great.
So they both provide they should provide a non-duplicative course sequence, so that you aren't having to repeat a lot of the coursework throughout your education progression. And obviously, you want to make it. You want them to lead to an industry-recognized and industry-valued credential, so that they have some evidence of their achievements, and also that those credentials are portable. In both adult career pathways and in CTE, it's important that you work closely with the employers in the area to make sure that you're filling the jobs that are in demand and that you're meeting the needs of the local employers. I mentioned the dual enrollment, concurrent enrollment. You want to make sure that that offerings of training programs that are offered in the adult career pathways are also you're also enabling them to get transcripted credits in secondary and in post-secondary education.
Sure.
There's obviously a work-based learning component that's critical to both, and that there's, again, that strong guidance component, that there's the counseling and career counseling and guidance counseling component in both of them that are imperative to moving
Extremely
the learners
important,
along.
regardless
Yes.
of the age of the learner. Yes.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
anyway, I hope that provided a good overview of
Yes.
kind of the arena of secondary and post-secondary
It
framework.
really did, and really provides us a nice context for our conversation this morning and talking about those intersections of where CTE, the Programs of Study Framework, and adult career pathways really connect.